Y'all get in here. Get in here. Okay. Oh, another one. Another one. Another one. Before we begin, and I tell you about Joe Budden getting exposed today, it just happened. Um, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, all that good stuff. Y'all, I had to stop in the middle of my maintenance. Okay, yes, my shirt dirty, yes, okay, I literally just stopped in the middle of it. My hair still wet because I had to come and tell you what has been going on social media. Okay, we told you the floodgates are freaking open. Okay, the floodgates are open. What do I mean? I mean that now Joe Budden is on the lineup and they're not playing with him. These men who don't know how to act and don't know how to behave are learning today. Y'all, what am I talking about? Yeah. Okay, guys. So listen, I was in the middle of doing my hair and it was blowing up. Okay. So Tahiry, if you don't know, Joe Budden is a major black is a big wig in black media spaces. Okay. I'm not here to explain who he is at the moment because okay, but Joe Budden used to date Tahiry years ago, for years. All right, we've already heard people say things about Joe and his penance for putting the hands and the feet and knocking people between washers and dryers. If you know, you know. If not, it's all alleged. It's still all alleged. Okay, so let's get into this. Tahiry wrote, this whole shoot took me out. So hard to watch. Again, we told you, everyone who has been through a traumatic experience was freaking triggered. Okay, everybody. And the triggering is going to allow women to be able and willing to open up and express what they went through. Let's continue. Okay, she said, this whole took me out. So hard to watch. So sorry for Cassie and every other woman who is currently going through it or has ever gone through it. It's tough. She said, F out of here. Who? The irony. This is so triggering. I remember Joey throwing me down a flight of stairs, dragging me back into the house, and me having to talk him into letting me go. I believe Tahiry. When I tell you I believe Tahiry with everything in my freaking soul, I believe Tahiry like we believed Cassie. Tahiry was there. There was a reason all that trauma was happening. Okay, then Joe get his ass up on. This is how you know this is gonna come back and bite him in the booty, and I love it for him. Just like that Diddy quote that he put out in statement that he put out in November or December is coming back now to bite him in the booty. Okay, because these men don't understand that we can see your abuse in your languages. Okay, because we've experienced it, so we know. So Tahiry wrote, he tagged her, said, you are lying. Failed gold digger that was abused, targeted and manipulated many men. Outside of me, you lack an identity, which is why you're tired, which is why you tried desperately to attach yourself to me for over 15 years. The last time I saw you, I purchased a mattress from you, and you were happy you made the sale. You were fine then. There was that night after Starlet 6 years ago when you invited me inside your new place. You were fine then too. I love it for him. Oh, y'all, you were on my body your entire last stint of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta and tried your best to disrespect my son's mother in the process. I had to ask producers to keep you away from us like the cancer you are, yet you continue to slight my name online because it's your identity. I don't speak to you or about you because it's low vibrational. You're a low-level Dykeman con woman that's been lying about you already know for ages. I pray you heal and move on one day. Hopefully this is our last exchange. Prayers to all real victims. Okay, we're not done yet, but I need you to comprehend that all he had to do was get up and say that didn't happen. All of that other shit, the attacking her, guilty. The attacking her of it all, guilty. The trying to belittle her and make her look like a slut and a whore. Oh, but you wanted me. A lot of abused women are messed up in the head and go back to abuse. Okay? Duh. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? But again, this is how a lot of these men live in denial of who they are. Okay, because she's just a gold digging, a slut. But you were with her. He was with this girl for about 7 years. He's told us about times where he was hiding in her house under her bed, waiting for him to come home, her to come home so he could confront her. A nigga ain't hiding underneath your bed and ain't shaking you, tossing you, like she said, down the stairs and putting hands and feet on you. Those two don't align, my man. So then, because you want to play, women aren't playing with you. So Raqi, okay, Raqi, I believe, was on Love and Hip Hop New York, like the first or second season. Raqi is known behind the scenes in hip hop in New York, whatever. You know, she be out, she be doing her thing. She be doing her thing. Okay, so she know these people. Raqi went on because, again, the trauma of it all. Okay, Raqi Thunda jumps in the chat and names the multiple women who allegedly abused by Joe Budden. Hold your head up. Speak your truth. And when you feel like it. She put Tahiry. She put Sin. Y'all, we spoke. I don't know if we even mentioned this. She came out and made a comment about what his name, Van Latham, the one who used to be the second in charge on TMZ. Y'all remember Van? About how Sin wanted to do a interview, and Raqi and them came back, and he contacted Joe to let Joe know that she wanted to do an interview, and they were scared because they were like, you told her abuser. This happened like this weekend. Today's Wednesday. That happened like this weekend, like Friday. When Van Lathan came out and put a lengthy post and said in the post, yeah, that did happen. I contacted Joe, but I didn't know she was a DV. You know, Van Lathan was covering his ass and said, I didn't know she was, in that sort of situation. When I contacted him, it was just to give him a heads up that we was doing a story. But if I would have knew it was that sort of situation, I wouldn't have did that. That was this weekend, y'all. Stop playing in who face? Not mine. Okay. Then she said, Kaylin. We remember Kaylin. Kaylin was like when he broke up with Tahiry. If you old enough to remember Kaylin, we remember Kaylin, and she looked abused too. Okay. Yarissa, Sharina, Odella, Esther, etc. Okay. She said, hold your head and speak your truth in and when you ever feel like it. Okay? Raqi then went to write, we can start by admitting that the storylines was made up by the three of us and meant to go smooth. Again, a storyline is a storyline, so I don't know why he on there acting like, but okay. So again, let me continue reading. We can start by admitting that the storyline was made up by the three of us and meant to go smooth. But the camera lights got too hot and egos flared and knives got stabbed through undeserved backs, specifically mine. But I'm an emotionally intelligent woman and can understand why dogs eat dogs in that environment, especially when checks are involved. But at this big age, let's stand on truth. Let's stand on business. Okay. We are never the ones at odds. Truthfully, oftentimes women unfortunately fall victim to play the fucked up hand they're dealt in order to keep their lights on. Shit. Woo! The illusion of support for you, for your duplicity and silence equate to the patriarchy being one hell of a drug. Women are dealing with this to keep their fucking lights on. Jesus. We know to keep a two-family household, to not make their kids grow up without their dad, to be able to afford things to take care of your kids, this, that, and the third. Y'all, it is so real. Shout out to Raqi for being real, and Raqi apparently cool with everybody. And enough is enough. Enough is enough. 2024, these hoes about to be exposed. And I told y'all today during our afternoon live stream that it is ramping fucking up. I'm not sure if they have that sue your abuser law in Jersey, but New York is right there, and I know he done put some hands and feet on her while she was living in New York, and Tahiry, as in she, needs to go get her bag. That when a man fucks your head up and destroys you and have you out here looking fucking crazy, he created the situation she's in now. That's why he wants to try to say, oh, you're a groupie. She's a groupie, but you were with her for like 10 years though. She all of this, but you were with her for like 10 years though. You proposed to her. On the thing, you were with her for like 10 years though, but now she a hoe and a slut and everything else because she's telling her truth. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites